We're going to look at today's Advent calendar vehicle. You click on Store, and then you click on the star, and then you click on To the Calendar. And today's vehicle is a German Tier 8 premium tank, the Lowe, which is pronounced Löwe. It means lion. You get a regular crew, a garage slot, and 5 times victory tokens. You can buy it in gold. It's around 10,000 gold. It's just under 10,000 gold. Don't forget to click on the mission of the day. So in terms of this is a vehicle that I purchased around 7 years ago. I played a lot of games with it. You can see that the price is 9,775. I was never a big fan of it. The big weakness about this vehicle is that it is very slow. The engine power is very slow. If you get in a valley and you have to climb a hill, it's going to take you a long time to get out. So I did a comparison with a bunch of other vehicles: the E75 TS, the AMX M449, the T34, and the KV5. With the regular rounds, the Lowe is pretty good. It's above average for Tier 8, coming in at 234. With the gold rounds, it's actually really good, 294. So the gold rounds put you in line with the T34, although the damage is on the lower end for Tier 8. In terms of hit points, they're all about the same. Hull armor, they're all about the same. It's the turret armor that is weaker on the Lowe. It does have a rounded shape to it, but they all do. I don't think this has a good turret at all. Like I said, my experience with the engine is that I always felt that it was a little weak. You see the top speed is 35. It is on the low end compared to these other vehicles. Spotting range seems to be similar. So of all these vehicles that I picked, I like playing the E75 TS. It looks a lot like the Lowe. It's way more fun to play than the Lowe. It's a lot more mobile. One thing that's really good about German tanks is that they do aim quite well. You can see that the T34 takes a long time to aim. This AMX M4 is very well armored. The T34, the turret is well armored, one of the strongest ones in the game, and the KV5 overall has good armor. So in terms of armor, the Lowe puts you at the bottom. Now, what do I recommend? These are tanks in my garage that are Tier 8, and I've got a ton of them. I would say, I sold my Lowe. That's basically the way it is. There's people that love it. I never liked it. The KV5 was fun for a while, but I really like the E75 TS. The T34, I don't pull it out often enough, but the penetration is actually pretty good, and the damage is pretty good. And like I said, the AMX M4 is a well-armored vehicle. So I'm going to show you all of my Tier 8 premium heavy tanks. In terms of super heavy, the Mutant, the M6A2E1 is definitely worth it, but you do have to learn how to play it well. The Mauerbrecher or the VK168.01, I love this tank. I love super heavy tanks. I'm great at blocking armor. There's a lot of people who like the Defender. The Defender is good if you don't have a high skill level. Keep in mind the penetration is going to be a little low, even with the gold rounds. This is a great tank. It's called the Object 703-2122. This might be the best Tier 8 premium heavy tank in the game. It's a double barrel gun. I love this. The IS-3A is also a fun tank to play. FCM-50T, I used to love this a lot many years ago. Now I don't care so much. This is a fun tank. It does have a different playing style. The Bizante C45, I'm going to tell you I'm not 100% happy with it. I would rather play the Object 703. The Chrysler K, nothing special about it. Good for blocking armor. T26E5 is okay, and IS-6 was a good tank 7 years ago. Now it's an underperformer. 112 used to be a big underperformer. It's a little bit better now. And the WZ-111 was one of the top tanks at one time, maybe not so much anymore. So in terms of the Lowe, I don't know. I think you should consider a different vehicle before you go with the Lowe. I'm thinking the Object 703, the T-34. Maybe you'd like to play a Mauerbrecher E75 TS, and the M6A2E1 are higher on my list than the Lowe.